Welcome back to another episode of Spartan Chat, where today we're learning all about the power of the Force.
Wait a minute. The Force? Do you mean like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Yoda kind of Force?
Oh my gosh, no, Mr. Brenners. We're talking about G-Force, an awesome after-school club at the middle school.
Oh, yeah, I see. That actually makes way more sense, especially considering our guest today is Mrs. Liz Peterson, Sycamore Middle School Science Department Chair, Science and Math Teacher, Faculty Advisor for G-Force, semi-pro volleyball player. I'm going to just throw that in there. And all-around awesome person, Mrs. Peterson. Welcome back to Spartan Chat.
So glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, we have so many questions for you, so let's just jump right in. First, would you tell us about how G-Force started and what the mission is for the club?
Yes. So, about 5 years ago now, my friend and I were walking down the hallway past the engineering club. And I looked at her and she looked at me and we said, wait a second, is that a club just for guys? And we looked in the window and there was one girl. And we realized after doing a little bit more research that girls feel comfortable around girls. So to have some girl time, hang out after school, talk about girl stuff, but also it gives us a space to kind of geek out about the sciencey things that we love. So the data shows that girls, the older they get, they kind of shy away from the sciences and the engineering part of it because they're kind of squashed out by some guys that are trying to run the show. So we wanted to give girls a space to thrive in the area of science.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things to see, and I think this dovetails nicely off what you just said, is just when I see G-Force getting together for their regular meetings, there is a ton of energy and enthusiasm, almost uncontained energy and enthusiasm. You see kids running all over the place. You can hear, kind of the excitement coming out of your room when you guys are meeting. So like, where do you think that comes from?
We call it controlled chaos, right? So quite honestly, the girls are excited to be there. It's a club, so you don't have to join. So the people that are there want to be there and they want to do science stuff. I think the enthusiasm comes from not necessarily always knowing exactly what we're going to do. We change it up every week. We do different types of science things. So one week we might be talking about biology. The next week might be chemistry. The next week might be engineering. We might be constructing something and testing something. So really that the change up of all of those different disciplines kind of keeps it fresh and new, but also the person that leads it with me, Mrs. Jill Anderson, we kind of have the philosophy that, hey, if you have a question and you want to try it, go for it. Try it. See what happens. And not a lot of times do you have time to do that in the classroom, or do you get the opportunity to do that in the classroom? But in our club, we do.
Can you tell us about some of your favorite some of the projects G-Force has done over the years, and do you have a favorite?
So we have done so many different things because it's a 6 through 8 club every 3 years. Like we try and rotate a few of them in that are the fan favorites, but we try and do something different every year. So some of the ones that we've done over the years are elephant toothpaste, which is a chemical reaction. We've taken a nature walk down to the Kish River, which is kind of by the middle school, and then taken samples of natural things, both dry and wet. We've flown drones. We do laser engravings. We work with RVR cars. We've hooked up with Mrs. Weckerly from Kuroko, and we learn the science of coffee and go to the coffee shop and get to explore different things about coffee and mixing things together and how that tastes different and why that tastes different. So there's just so many different things that we do. We're very fortunate to work with the girls from NIU in the Society of Women Engineers. So sometimes they bring activities too. Like one time, the girls had to build a prosthetic leg. So they had to bend their knee, and then we gave them basically cardboard tape and like some padding, and they had to build a leg and try and walk on it. I mean, that was entertaining for us to watch them. So out of all the stuff I listed, I have to be honest, my favorite is our nature walk to the Kish River. We do it when it's nice out, of course. We get out of the classroom. The girls just kind of pick different samples, and then we look at those samples under a microscope and under a stereoscope, which shows things in 3D. So we can see little microorganisms, but we can also see the bigger things and how they're built, which is pretty cool.
It seems like you guys do a great job of creating structure for the kiddo so that there's always some sort of plan or structure when they meet, but you don't hold on to that so tightly that kids can't bring new ideas. And
Correct.
So that's got to be exciting for you, where you don't feel like, oh, well, we just do the same program and we retread it every year, which is great for the kids who join you for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Correct.
Right? They always feel like something's new.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, we are having a great time visiting with Mrs. Peterson, and I know we've got a few more questions, but how about we take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have those questions for her. But we're going to listen to one of our sponsors right now. Here we go.
Farmers, when it comes to the tools that power your farm, you deserve the best. That's why at Dawn Equipment, based right here in Sycamore, Illinois, we're committed to delivering reliable solutions that make your work easier and your crops healthier. For over 30 years, Dawn Equipment has been their trusted name in farming technology. Every piece of Dawn Equipment is engineered with the future of farming in mind, and we've got the solutions that help you do more with less. Dawn Equipment, built by farmers for farmers. Ready to see the difference? Visit us online at dawnequipment.com or call today. Let's grow the future together.
All right, we are back with Mrs. Liz Peterson from Sycamore Middle School, learning all about G-Force. Mrs. Peterson, how has the program grown since you've started? Have you noticed increased participation? And if so, does it become more difficult as your numbers grow, or has it allowed you to do more? Like, tell us about the growth and the challenges that that's brought.
So, we good? Yeah, there I am. All right. So we started out with 8 students. We advertised at the middle school and said, hey, join this club. We worked with those 8 students, had a great time, did some science stuff. Over the years, really, we didn't market. We didn't put it out in the public or anything. It's basically grown from word of mouth. The girls are talking to other girls and saying, hey, I'm going to bring my friend. Is that okay? I'm like, yes, absolutely. So a lot of times it'll happen, like one girl will decide to come. And then, of course, being social people that we are, right? They'll be like, can we bring 2 friends? I know it's already started, but we're very flexible. And if, someone comes one time, right, and then they want to bring 2 more friends, but it's the week after we started, that's fine. Absolutely come. So we're very inclusive that way, and actually have grown. We have 2 sessions now that run. So the first session is before Christmas break, and then October to beginning of December, and then the second session is in January to end of February. So really, if we try and schedule it so that kids can come at a time that fits them. So we have 2 sessions now, and we're anywhere from 20 to 28 students, I think we had in our first session this year. So challenges, more materials, basically, right? So we need to do a little bit more fundraising to make sure that we have the hands-on activities and the cool stuff that we want to do with them is funded. But downside, it's just great to see them interact with each other. And this year we're also starting to incorporate mentorship. So we had a lot of 8th grade students this year. It was really quite balanced. So we had them all mixed grade levels. And so the 6th graders are getting to work with 7th graders and 8th graders, which make them feel more confident, which then transfers into the classroom where they're bigger leaders, right, in their science classes because they feel more confident about what they're doing. So it's just been awesome to watch it grow.
Miss Peterson, if I'm not mistaken, the middle school has a pretty special event happening tomorrow. Can you tell us more about that?
Whoa, that's a loaded question. So tomorrow, are you coming, by the way? Can you come to the middle school tomorrow? Well, let me tell you. You don't know what it is? Okay, I'm going to tell you all about it, okay? And then you decide. I know it's short notice, right? It's okay. it's okay if you can't come too, because next year you'll be at the middle school, right? Absolutely. So you'll know all about it next year. So it's called Science Olympiad. And what it is basically is the main area in the gym. We have groups that are competing doing engineering activities like the egg drop. Have you ever heard of that? Yeah? Okay. So they'll be given materials. You literally you come with nothing really, and you get to sign up to compete in these different events. Or doing like a windmill challenge or a catapult challenge or an ozone, like you try and build a super tall tower without it falling down, okay? So that's all in the main gym for the middle school students. But outside of that, there are so many different hands-on exhibits that you can do. So this year there's a fossil dig where we ordered fossil dig kits from North Carolina, and you can dig through them and like find different things like shark teeth that are in there. I'm not supposed to tell you what's in there, but that's one of the things that's in there. And like skulls and bones from different organisms that are over on the East Coast. There's one of our companies, the Suitor Company, is coming in, and my friend is doing a rock candy like exhibit. So you get to like do hands-on stuff and learn about how to make rock candy and stuff like that. We have the flight simulator from KEC. Have you ever flown an airplane? No. Have you ever flown in an airplane? No? Okay. You could. If you come tomorrow night, you can sit in there and they have screens all around and it's like you're really flying the plane. It's very cool. There is so much to do, like laser engraving, or like there's a 3D printing station where one of the students is going to show you how to 3D print something. We also have the 8th grade students' Innovative Thinkers projects. Do you know one of my students created a refrigerated backpack? And they're going to be selling bottles of water out of their homemade refrigerated backpack, right? We also have a cookie taste test challenge. Just saying. That's for the brave.
Did you sign me up for that?
Are you brave? Because
Oh.
it is an experiment. So they're taking data on the subjects that are willing to participate.
Who made the cookies?
I'm not going to disclose that information
right.
yet.
Well, then
So
I may decide tomorrow.
Yes,
I'm not going to
absolutely.
commit to that just yet.
I
All right.
mean, and then they'll take your reaction and like get your opinion on which cookie is the best, and then take their data from the general population. Just so many things to do and experience at Science Olympiad. A ton of fun. And I didn't even mention my friend Jeremy from NIU is doing physics shows in the Aux Gym. So at 6 o'clock and at 7:15, there are science shows too. So much going on.
So much going on. Well, there you have it, listeners. First, be sure to carve out some time tomorrow evening, and hopefully you're listening to this today as we're recording, because it won't make a lot of sense otherwise. So I'm going to give you the date. It's Thursday, March 20th, 2025, and it begins at...
Doors open at 5:30.
Doors open at 5:30. I'll be there at 5 o'clock. Apparently, I've been hired on as security because of how intimidating I am.
I mean,
obviously.
Big, tall.
Big and tall.
Low voice.
Yes, that's all
Be
it takes.
mean, Mr.
That's all.
Bruns.
It's a relatively simple resume that you have to bring out there. So yeah, super excited. Hopefully folks can make it. I'm publishing this tonight so that as people are listening tonight, the call to join us will actually make sense. And if you are coming into 6th or 7th or 8th grade next year, and you are a young lady interested in all things STEM, engineering, science, please learn about G-Force and join them. It is such a cool...
Blow some stuff up with
blow
us.
stuff up. Look at organisms under a microscope. Yeah, it is a great program, and they keep doing more and more. And maybe next year we try to roll out a G-Force podcast.
I mean, why not talk about what we do?
Come on. I mean, we can do this all the time. Why just meet with Mrs. Peterson once a year?
Yep.
Let's get the kids on there. We'll host our own podcast. So you'll have to check back for that. And we'll keep you posted. But thank you so much for taking the time out. This is literally the craziest time of the year, the busiest week, I think, for Mrs. Peterson and the entire science department at the middle school as they get ready to put on the Science Olympiad. So we really, really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's all we have time for today, but be sure to check back often for new episodes of Spartan Chat. Until next time, go Spartans.
Go Spartans.
Woohoo! Go Spartans!